Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark, Sarah, and Pam. We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Give us a listen at lydiamediallc.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
And today's show is brought to you by United Piping, serving residential and commercial customers with new installations and repairs. Call today and schedule your oil and gas boiler cleanings at 754-4556. UPI, the best plumbers around. Also brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it.
Squatch it.
At 5 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com. And remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
You guys like that one? The squatch it?
Yeah, squatch it.
All right.
You guys are so fast to say squatch it before I end botch it that I don't have time to chime in.
Squatch the box.
Oh, they're already done.
We have the pleasure of being joined in studio today by the owner of Neokraft Signs, Mike Mathieu. How you doing?
I'm well, thanks, Mark.
Excellent. And the owner of Pat's Pizza in Auburn, Dave Bishop, joins us once again. How are you, Dave?
Doing great.
Awesome. Great to have you guys here today. We are going to be talking Wishes in the Valley.
Yeah.
Which I know a lot of people, they've seen the logo, they've seen a couple of things floating around going, what is this Wishes in the Valley thing all about? Well, we're going to answer all those questions today, aren't we, Pam?
We are.
That's right. We can tell you it's happening August 9th from 3 to 9 p.m. at Lost Valley, and that's all we're going to tell you for now, because we're going to take a look at some news and then talk Wishes in the Valley.
No FPVs?
Oh, yeah, we'll do FPVs.
Oh, okay. I was like, were we changing things up today?
Nah,
Yes, Mark.
I thought it was a given.
I hadn't looked at whose birthday it was, so I didn't know if it was a skipping day.
Oh, no, be good.
Pam is rarely impressed with our famous people birthday selection.
Selection, like you have a choice on who's.
Well, we do select the ones we're going to talk
Yes.
about, right?
Well, it's a long labor, so it's really started today. But
Let's take a look at some headlines for Monday, March 31st.
Due to low enrollment and financial instability, St. Dom's Academy announced it will close its high school at the end of the current school year. Founded in 1941, the Academy said its high school program is not financially solvent, given its current 137 student enrollment. The pre-K to grade 8 programs will continue at the Holy Cross campus in Lewiston.
St. Dom's will hold a forum for families of its students in grades 8 through 12 to answer questions and provide resources for students transitioning to another high school. The forum will be April 10th at 6 p.m. at the Auburn campus.
Oscar-winning actress Halle Berry spoke in favor of a Maine bill promoting menopause and perimenopause education. Berry said, quote, "As women, we are spending half of our lives in menopause because we know it starts in our early 40s. We're living to 80 and nobody understands our bodies or how to treat us." Berry says she received several misdiagnoses from doctors, another reason she stresses the importance of improved education.
Auburn Fire Chief Robert Chase was named the 2024 Maine Fire Chief of the Year. Chase has led the Auburn Department since 2018 after serving as the Rumford Fire Chief for 7 years. He is committed to firefighter physical and mental health and spearheaded efforts to enhance cancer screenings for firefighters across the state.
A new restaurant will soon open in the Auburn Mall. Love Daddy's Authentic Foods will hold a soft opening today at its new location in the former Papagino's space. The restaurant will serve certified halal products featuring sandwiches, salads, burgers, soups, and desserts.
Are we talking about the weather?
Oh, the weather. Do we have to?
We're never happy.
I know.
It's been a while since
been a
we've been
bit.
happy
It's
about
been
the
a bit.
weather report.
I'm not mad at the temperature.
No, cloudy today with a high of 55 and a low of 32. Rain tomorrow with a high of 51 and a low of 28. Cloudy on Wednesday with highs in the mid-40s.
Whoop, whoop.
In sports, the Red Sox lost to the Texas Rangers 3-2. The Sox are now 1-3 on the season. Well, you know, there's always next year. Boston will visit the Baltimore Orioles at 3 p.m. this afternoon. You'll notice that
about to be 1-4.
You'll notice I'm wearing my black Red Sox hat
He's
today.
spinning it around backwards. Right
In mourning. I'm in mourning
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
season.
I don't know why that hit me so funny. It's like It's 3 games in, Mark.
4, actually.
4 games
Yeah.
in. You got the Bruins on your brain.
But I'm a typical
Pessimistic.
I'm a typical Boston fan,
Yeah.
right? If you're not winning every game, it's broken.
They suck till they win.
That's right.
They suck till they win.
Oh, we all can agree the Celtics don't suck. And
Correct.
they're going to visit the Memphis Grizzlies tonight at 7:30.
Okay, and we can also agree that the Bruins do suck.
But the Washington Capitals don't.
Correct. And the Bruins will host the Washington Capitals tomorrow night. Good news for Alex Ovechkin. He only needs 5 goals
so close.
to reach Wayne Gretzky's all-time goals
We'll
mark.
probably get them
Yeah, and he's playing the Bruins. So
tomorrow night.
He could
chances
get all
are
5 tomorrow.
he could
He'll get 3.
he could do it tomorrow.
Did he make one yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost, but he made a goal. Right?
did, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Maine Nordiques will end their regular season against the New Hampshire Mountain Kings on Friday and Saturday at the Coliseum.
Sarah, how did your anthem run go?
It went pretty good. Yeah.
Of the 3, which was your best one?
I'm going to have to say the Friday night one.
The one where Lydia Media was live?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah,
She
the
did great.
reason I think that is because people were very vocal, but also there's a woman who her name is Sarah who works for the Coliseum. She rolls the rug out for me so I don't slip when I go out on the ice. And as I was walking back from the ice, she looked at me and she goes, "That's the best you've ever done it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." She's seen them all, so I'm going to take
that's
her
great.
word for it.
There you go.
Yeah. You guys didn't realize that people roll carpets out for Sarah.
Red carpets.
Right?
It is a red carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
As they should.
Oh, thanks, guys.
David and I usually ask to use the back door.
Yeah.
that is your news, weather, and sports. And right now it is time for the podcast segment that is Sweeping the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for March the 31st, shall we?
Alrighty.
All right, we're going to start off with Ewan McGregor,
Oh,
who is 54 years old today. Didn't he play Obi-Wan Kenobi
yeah.
What
in
I'm
the
reading.
prequels?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess that's what we know him for.
Yeah.
All right, enough of him.
Next.
Next, Dave's bored.
That was a good one.
Comedian Gabe Kaplan is 81 years old today from Welcome Back, Kotter.
Oh.
There's a blast from the
Welcome
past
Back,
right there.
Yeah.
You guys got any favorite sweat hogs?
Oh, what was Horse Shack?
Horse Shack.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was aggressive.
Yeah, I know. That's how we do it on Mondays.
Dave's like, it's 7 a.m.
I know.
I want the 9:30 version.
Yeah. It's like, what's wrong with you?
Unrecorded.
Do you guys remember Battle of the Network Stars
Oh, yeah.
back in the day?
Yeah.
Gabe Kaplan was great in that, right?
Yeah,
He was
Jacqueline Smith, too.
Yes, yes. All right, calm
Wonder
down,
Woman.
Mike.
Okay, sorry.
She's smart too.
She's very smart.
Yeah, wicked.
Wicked.
Wicked. Shirley Jones is 91 years old today.
Aw.
She played the mom in the Partridge Family.
Yeah.
Right, from 70 to 74. And rounding out FPBs for March the 31st is the one and only Christopher Walken,
More cowbell.
who is 82 years old today. He's been in so many good movies.
Yeah.
So many great roles.
Yeah, but more cowbell.
More cowbell.
More cowbell.
Yes, he was in that one as well. I was a big fan of his performance in Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah.
You guys remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, unforgettable.
Yeah. Catch Me If You Can. He was really good, too.
Yeah, Joe Dirt.
I don't remember
Do you remember
that.
him in Joe Dirt?
remember
He was
that
in
one.
Joe Dirt.
Dirt, but
American Sweethearts. He was hilarious.
Yeah, The Dogs of War,
Yeah.
King of New York, Suicide Kings. He did it all.
well rounded.
Yeah,
And very
absolutely.
creepy.
He
Very
is
creepy.
creepy.
Very,
looking.
very creepy.
Even with the cowbell.
Yeah, even
Couldn't save him.
creepier.
The cowbell could not save him.
Even creepier with the cowbell.
Even creepier.
Who is it that does? Is it Jay Marr who does a
Oh,
really
he does
great
the best walking I've
walking?
ever heard.
Yeah.
All right, those are your FPBs for March the 31st. Now we'll take a look at some on this days. One of Sarah's favorite movies, 25 years ago, in the year 2000, the movie High Fidelity
It's in the top 10.
was released, starring John Cusack as a record store owner, Lisa Bonet as one of his lovers, and Jack Black as his employee.
First
I feel
time
like
I ever.
there's 20 movies in your top 10.
No.
No?
No. I have to think about
Getting
them.
called out. Let's have it. Let's have your top 10. Do you know what they are?
Number 1 is Jaws. Number 2 is The Princess Bride. Shawshank Redemption. High Fidelity. I can't picture them now.
Dude, Where's My Car?
Nope, that's definitely not in there. The Godfather's in there.
Oh, okay.
The Crow, which is a weird one to have in there. Do you guys remember that?
Yes.
That was the 90s
Yeah.
one. That
Yeah.
was one of my favorites. That's like at the bottom of the top 10. How many is that?
Yes.
10.
We'll call it 10.
Okay.
So it goes 1, 1A, 2, 2.
Right, right.
Yeah.
That's my 9.5 favorite right there.
Yeah.
It's always going to be Jaws and The Princess Bride in
Yeah.
the 1 and 2 spot. Yeah.
I saw Jaws at the movie theater. That was scary as heck.
Yeah.
So we were renting a cottage in Old Orchard when Jaws came out. So yeah, I never
Didn't
went.
go-
No,
didn't go in the
enjoyed the ocean right up to the movie, and then I just could picture the head coming out of the bottom of the boat, and said, "I'm never going back in there."
It's such
Yeah.
a good movie.
Yeah, it was great.
I
Such a
became a
good
lake
movie.
lover. Then.
Like
Yeah.
when you're 9, you're like, oh, let's
Look
go
at
to the
lake.
ocean. Let's not. No, it's good.
Has that
Can we go
stayed
to the
with
pier and
you?
have some fries?
Has that stayed with you for your life?
Still not a fan of the ocean.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, same here.
Yes.
It's not
Would you
because
like
of
to go
Jaws.
snorkeling?
Yeah.
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 Let me go hang with the fish. Down with
Where I'm so
chumming.
fast
Let me go
I can get
chumming.
away.
Yeah, quick.
Okay.
We're going to go chum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 26 years ago in 1999, The Matrix was released.
Yeah.
Never saw it.
Never saw that. Nope.
No.
wow.
Never.
Oh, speaking of The Crow, Sarah, 32 years ago on this day in 1993, Brandon Lee died on the set of The Crow after being shot in the stomach with a gun that was supposed to be loaded with blanks.
Oh, so that's happened
Right.
more than once.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was Baldwin there?
He was the set supervisor.
Yes.
He was the gaff at that
Yeah.
time.
He was in charge of props.
He was so good in that movie. He was so good in that movie. One of my favorite lines from that movie is, "It can't rain all the time." Well,
And Mark
can't rain all the
58
time.
years ago on this day in 1967, guitar legend Jimi Hendrix set his guitar on fire for the first time during a concert in London. And that
So he did it more than once.
oh, yeah. Yeah, it was so popular, you know.
That's not a euphemism. He really lit it on fire.
He sure did.
did.
Yeah, well, he had some lighter fluid. He'd set it down on the stage, douse it in lighter fluid, and set it ablaze.
Oh, well.
Okay.
There you go.
And I don't think they were giving guitars back then. They had to buy them.
Yeah. Yeah. 93 years ago on this day in 1932, Ford unveiled its new V8 engine. And finally, we reached the finish line. 136 years ago on this day in 1889, the Eiffel Tower was officially dedicated. At 984 feet tall, it was the world's tallest structure at the time until the 1930s, when New York built the Chrysler Building and then the Empire State Building. Take that, Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not as unique as the Eiffel Tower, right?
Correct.
The Eiffel Tower's pretty cool.
It is. It's pretty cool.
Plus,
Yeah.
it was built a really long time ago.
Yes.
All right, those are your FPBs and OTDs for March the 31st.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the LA area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Now we shift focus fully to our guests in studio, Mike Mathieu and Dave Bishop, and we are talking Wishes in the Valley, happening August 9th from 3 to 9 p.m. at Lost Valley. Who wants to take what the Wishes in the Valley is all about? Dave? All right.
All right, so I'll go for it. Wishes in the Valley, really excited about it. You know, helping kids out, doing the things that we like to do in our community, and Lost Valley is a great venue for it, and they're all about it, really excited about it. We're all really excited about it, and it's just trying to get it going, get the fundraising part going. We have some really great bands and food and some really awesome ideas, and in my opinion, it's going to be a really, really great thing. And it's not a one-off. We're rolling forward. We're going to do it every year, and we're really pretty excited about it.
And this is affiliated with the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Does this take the place of the summer block party?
Well, that's an interesting question. I would say, on one hand, yes, but we're really trying to differentiate it from it, separate from it.
Gotcha.
And just do something mostly completely different. We're going to have a couple of really good bands. We're at Lost Valley, which is great. It's its own, little space, big space, really. And, we've got... Hopefully, we're going to have a cornhole tournament. We're going to do a bunch of different things, try to be outside as much as we can. Lost Valley's going to fire up the chairlift. We're going to do chairlift rides.
No, fun.
And we're going to do... Man, what are we going to do? We're going to do a lot.
What are we doing?
So, I'll give a little bit of the backstory. Larry and I did finish off the summer block party for Jimbo. Jimbo started the summer block party, which was hosted at Mac's Grill, and that was Jim's legacy, Jim's baby. It was supposed to be a one-off party and turned into 9 years, granting over 100 wishes in total. It was an amazing thing that Jim had started, and we kind of all caught the bug with it. With that being said, Larry and I decided we need to take a year off, let that summer block party go to bed with Jim, and try and think of something different to kind of move on. And we had people in the community, including Mike and Dave here, asking us when we were going to do something. So Larry and I got together and really nailed a few ideas down, and here we have Wishes in the Valley. So it's really turned into something we're pretty excited about. Yes, there will be a cornhole tournament. There'll be live music. Like Dave said, we've got Fire in the Hole and Skösh lined up to play. So 2 really great bands that we're super appreciative that they're coming and playing for us. We'll have a live auction like we've had in the past, a few food trucks. Lost Valley will still have their kitchen open, and obviously full bar and things like that, and lots of things to do throughout the day. So it's going to be an entertaining day, and all to benefit Make-A-Wish Maine. Yeah.
Fire in the Hole and Skösh. Those are good gets. How did that happen?
They actually they both played at the tail end of the last summer block party, and they did a collaboration together for the last half hour, and it was pretty epic.
Yeah.
And they had both told Larry that if we do something again, that they would be interested. And it just so happened that both of them were available that day, so they committed to it.
That's going to be so cool.
It's going to be a cool show.
Yeah. Mike, tell us how you became involved with this event.
Actually, I got involved with Make-A-Wish probably 12 to 13 years ago. I was in charge of a few things at work at the time, looking to find another organization to support. Some friends of mine were heavily involved with Make-A-Wish. They were on the board of directors. And just started doing some different things from when they'd have just different events here and there. They did a big hike a few years ago. They started with the Trailblaze Challenge, they called it. So you hike 24 and a half miles. You raise so much money for Make-A-Wish. So I participated twice in that one. That was up in Sugarloaf and the Bigelow mountain ranges and such. Mm-hmm. And, over the times you get to hear the stories of all these different children. And I say children, but I've seen some that are, 15, 16 years old, young adults that have been affected. Their family's been affected. You hear the stories of Disney World, but it's not just that, but it's to see what they do for the children, for the family, for the kids as they go. Mm-hmm. I've been involved in just some play sets being done up for these children because they're very limited where they can go, what they can do. One that hit me hard is a little boy was confined to a wheelchair, but his dad had a workshop. And all he wanted was a path to get down to his workshop so he could go hang out with his dad. That's what he wanted for a gift. And just to see what that does to them and to the families and such. And I've been hooked ever since. Anytime anybody asks me and Make-A-Wish, it's what can I do?
So cool that we have people like you in this community. Mm-hmm. You and Dave and Pam and everybody involved in putting these events together. I'm curious how this all came to be, how Lost Valley was selected as the venue, and how you guys decided what the events were going to be.
We rolled around a few ideas, but Lost Valley was always high on the list of a location to host an event like this. Max Grill was always a great participant in Summer Block Party, but they were completely fine with us changing the location. I think we were outgrowing it a little bit anyway. Again, this isn't the same event as Summer Block Party. It will be different. That was another reason why we wanted to move it, so that we weren't kind of being compared to what the event used to be.
Right. Yeah.
And there's just so much opportunity to do different things at Lost Valley. Like Dave said, they're going to fire up the chairlift so people can go up to the top of the mountain. We'll probably have a few activities up there. We're still ironing out, obviously, all the details. But it'll be neat for people to kind of do that chairlift up to the top, walk around, take the chairlift back down. If it's nighttime, they can see the bands play while they're coming back down, things like that. You know, be a pretty unique experience. We're hoping to have fireworks. Again, we're still ironing out a lot of the details and lining up, sponsorships for different things that we want to have there. But yeah, so when we spoke to Lost Valley, they were all on board. They had that date. Well, they let us know what dates were available, and it just so happened the second Saturday, which was always when the Summer Block Party was available, so we snagged that. And then just having conversation with them, it was kind of a no-brainer. They're great to work with, and obviously the venue is accommodating for a large event. Parking.
Yeah, if you outgrow Lost Valley,
that's a problem.
Yeah.
you've got a
That's
great
the goal.
event.
That's great.
That is the goal, to fill the parking lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plenty of parking there. And,
It's such a beautiful space, too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people maybe have never made their way up there in the summertime. Like, obviously, people see it in the winter for skiing and everything. But they've got a great trail system, and they have the outdoor patio is beautiful. The bar is great. Everybody there is super welcoming. So this is a perfect venue for this event, I think. You can just enjoy how nice it is outside in summer in Maine, and parking situation's pretty great too.
Shouldn't run out of any parking.
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I love the chairlift idea too. That'll be really fun.
Yeah, something a little different.
And we're hoping to be able to do something on top of the mountain, too, to draw people up there.
Yeah.
Maybe a little setup of what have you, a little competition, little something. We're still trying to come up with some ideas there.
All right.
That's fun.
Yeah, we got some bucket golf and disc golf challenges. I think we'll be including those, but we're still open to ideas, and kind of we'll run this first year and kind of see how it goes, and obviously fine tune it every year. So
I'm not familiar with bucket golf.
they come in either plastic or like nylon baskets, or buckets, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably a couple of feet high and maybe a foot and a half wide. There's a specific golf club that comes with bucket golf, and then you hit a wiffle ball and try and get it in the bucket.
Okay. That sounds fun.
Wiffle golf.
Wiffle golf.
Kind of, so it's very similar.
I like
You
it,
can't
yeah.
hit it too far, but you have the hole, and it's a little bit bigger and such. So.
See,
far anyway.
that's what you can do at the top of the mountain.
Right.
See if anybody can beat Pam.
Right, there we go.
Bucket golf.
Definitely, I'm sure someone can.
I don't know about that. How can businesses and individuals get involved in an event like this?
We have an email, wishesinthevalley@gmail.com. They can email us with whatever they would like to help us with. We're obviously looking for sponsors, volunteers, and donations. We're not going to be doing a silent auction, but we will have a live auction. But people can still donate because we are putting prize packs together for the different challenges that we'll have, and obviously the cornhole tournament. People will pay to play in the tournament, but the prizes will be, probably these really amped up, cool packages of donations. So we're still looking for donations that may have gone into the silent auction to put those prizes together.
Mm-hmm. What kind of volunteer positions do you think you'll be looking for?
It's kind of hard to say right now. We have a meeting Thursday, and we have had some businesses already reach out interested in kind of putting their employees and realtors, I guess, because it's a realty company. They all want to help out, so we'll probably put them kind of at the head of some volunteers, and we'll figure out what we'll need. And obviously, we'll sell like 50-50, and people manning the bucket golf and disc golf challenges. The cornhole tournament is all taken care of. We have somebody that's running that for us. So we're not really sure exactly what the volunteer spectrum will look like until we really nail down exactly what we'll have going on. So if you're interested in volunteering, though, we've had a handful handful of emails already come in wanting to volunteer. And we'll just keep you on a list. And then when we have a better idea, we'll reach out and kind of nail those down a little bit.
Just curious, Mike and Dave, with the busy schedule you already have, and I know organizing an event like this takes a lot of time. I've seen Pam at the end of like summer block party week, and trust me, it takes its toll. And Larry, Pam and Larry used to come in together on the show and just talk about, the seemingly endless amount of work it takes to put together an event like this. Why, with, both of you own a business, a local business here in Lewiston, Auburn, you have busy schedules, you have families. Why devote so much of your time to an event like this and a cause like Make-A-Wish Maine?
It really is a good question, Mark, because everybody says they don't have time for anything these days. And it is unfortunate where we put our time and what we spend it doing. I was raised, again, right here in Lewiston, Auburn, and my folks used to do a lot of these little events to help out with different organizations. So I did a lot back in the day with Kiwanis through Key Club, different organizations that way. And it's a feel-good thing, I guess, because sometimes it's, I just wasted my time doing this or,
Right.
this and that. And, busy schedules. It's like they say, you want something done, go ask the busy person, because they're always doing something. So, but again, I've got a great support at work where I am at Neokraft Signs. We got a good group of people. I've got a great partner that understands and very much supports what I'm doing and supports Make-A-Wish. So that's a big part of it. You have to have the people behind you, family, friends. My kids, my wife's been involved in Make-A-Wish events before, helping out and just volunteering. So again, it is a lot to do, but then at the end of it, when you see what it does and you see those faces, you see these children at the different events, and it really is amazing what it does for just the whole morale of the family and the outlook on what may be happening. I met a Wish mom last week, matter of fact, and unfortunately her son did pass years ago. But she's still heavily involved because of everything it did for them and the outlook it gave them on the possibilities for them, and if not for them, for others.
Yeah.
And it was really great to hear her talk again the other night. It was just something, it just hits you every time. So if I'm going to spend my time doing something, I'd rather it be that as much as I can.
Yeah. And Dave.
Tough to top that.
I know, right? I know.
Mine's
He kind of dug a hole for you, Dave.
Mine's better.
So I'm 1A. Make time is what you do. You don't actually find it. There's not enough days in an hour. So
hours in a day.
No, days in an hour. That's my new one. But my wife, she encourages me to do these things. She knows it's important to me, and it's important to me because I love our community, and I think it's good for our community. Something like this pulls your community together. Mm-hmm. People that may not start to interact, and people that may not have connected before will connect, and maybe they'll connect later too. It's about making relationships with people and taking care of people that need help. And if you can do that, and you can do something fun and get a great benefit, then it's a solid win. There's no downside. It costs a little time. You go see some people that you might not have seen, try to line up some fundraising and do some sort of things like that, and then you end up, it's just great. Like there's no negative to it. It's finding the time and getting an extra day in an hour. That's all.
I like it. Pam, I didn't mean to exclude you from this either.
Pam's got nothing but time.
Right. That's what we've learned.
So much time.
Yeah.
I kind of, obviously, piggybacking on what both Mike and Dave said, seeing the wishes come true. I've been a part of the same kind of building a playground in their backyard, or the last summer block party. One of the wishes was for a kid was to sing in front of a live audience, and unreal. Like just to watch that come to fruition and how much it meant to this kid. Not just the kid, though, it's for the entire family. You'd be surprised at how much it benefits the rest of the family and not just the Wish kid. Like, you get sucked in.
It's one less thing they have to think about.
Yeah. Well, and it's something to think about that's positive, and it's bright. And I bought this business with the notion that I knew I wanted to do something like this. So here we are.
So we pushed her.
But I could have used a little extra time.
We gave her a nudge every time I saw her. Hey, Pam, when are we going to do this? Like, I think Lost Valley is a great venue.
Yeah.
Hey, when are we going to do this? So here we are.
Pam's like, I can't go to Pat's Pizza anymore.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I still go. But yeah, I mean, it's. I feel like having a business in this community, this is something that is part of it. Like, I want to be able to provide this for our community and the kids in Make-A-Wish. Again, coming off what Dave said, you end up creating relationships with other business owners that are like-minded. You know, they want to help in any way they can, and you know, you kind of you end up having that thing in common. So it just brings people together in different ways that maybe they wouldn't have had not been for something like this.
Right. Sarah and I got to experience it in a different kind of way. We had a radiothon up in Norway
right.
for Make-A-Wish, and I believe, Pam, you were on that day.
I was.
Yeah. And the stories, like the stories that Mike mentioned earlier about the kid who just wanted a pathway so he could go and hang out with his dad.
Yeah.
The stories are incredible, and
A little girl who just needed a fence in her backyard so she could go out to play because where her family wasn't safe, and it was just like, that's it. That's all she wants is a fence.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something so simple.
You wouldn't think, yeah. I think people do often get the idea, like you were saying, that, you know, going to Disney World or some fancy trip or something. But for most families, it's something pretty simple that just improves the quality of life for their children and for their family while they have the time with them.
And what I find, too, with the whole Make-A-Wish family, if you will, it's not just the immediate families. It's, you know, right down to the board of directors and everything. I can't compare to other charities. I don't know as much about them. But when you have a small staff that's employed to run it, but you have so many different volunteers and their board of directors from all over the state of Maine. I've met so many great people from Bangor, Portland, you know, Kittery area that I wouldn't have known except through Make-A-Wish. Yeah. And they're all on board together. They're all going after the same thing, and it's just everybody donating their time to see these children. And I mean, even these Wish families have a Wish parent that helps them walk them through everything and guides them through all this stuff. Yeah. So it's really great, the attention they give to them just to make sure everybody's being taken care of and they're meeting the needs, not just hearing some of it. I mean, they hear everything that these families are looking to do, and it's fantastic the way they respond.
The inaugural Wishes in the Valley happening August 9th from 3 to 9 p.m. at Lost Valley in Auburn. Food trucks, cornhole, live. It's not just live music. It's Fire in the Hole and Skösh. Let's make that clear.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I do believe we have Leif Erikson willing to MC the event as well.
Nice.
From Frank FM?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Leif's a great guy.
It'll be a fun day. I'm already excited for it.
Yeah. Yeah. So if folks want to keep up with this event, what's the best way to do that digitally?
We have a Facebook event. I would search Wishes in the Valley on Facebook and check out your monthly Uncle Andy's Digest. They'll always be updated, save the date and information in that as well.
Mm-hmm. Lost Valley has something on their website for you, too.
Yep.
LostValleySki.com. There's a Wishes in the Valley event set up.
Yep.
And if anybody wants to learn more, what have you, I'm available to come around, come see people, you know, in the Lewis and Auburn area. Mm-hmm. Be happy to come talk more about it and try to help them decide what they could do to help out.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we're open to any ideas.
Yep. Really?
For sure.
Yeah, any.
Yeah. Dave, any parting words?
Well, I mean, come. Come to the events.
Support by showing
come
up.
Support and open your hearts and your pocketbook and come give us a hand. You know, really, it's not for any of us. Not really. I mean, in the end, it will be because the joy we'll have received from seeing all this, but the benefit, all of it, after, you know, Lost Valley, you know, they're They're doing it. We all have costs, but there's all the money's going to Make-A-Wish. Yeah. Everything after costs are going to Make-A-Wish. And we've got we got a couple of decent food trucks. So we've got a barbecue truck. And we've got a seafood truck, Coastal Cravings and Roadside Barbecue. Both those food trucks are coming. So there'll be some great food. The Exchange Club will be there. Mm-hmm. Mike and I are in the Exchange Club. We'll be there grilling. That's probably where I'll be.
Dogs, burgers.
Trying not to make pizza that day. Trying to go. So I got this event. I'd really like to go. Somebody want to come to work?
Yeah. Who's cooking?
Yeah, who's cooking? So it's going to be great. It's going to be a day of love, and really, that's what we need.
Yep.
The whole world now.
More than ever.
Yeah. That's a good point, too. If you can't be a sponsor, you really don't have anything to donate. Just showing up to the event. If you want a day that's local, you don't have to travel far, but it's something different. Obviously, any money's paid to the food trucks or buying beverages or, bidding on a live auction item, buying the ticket to go up on the chairlift. All of that is helpful to the end goal. So it all adds up.
Right, because there is no cover to get in.
No.
So just
great.
come look, wander around, no parking fees and nothing. Wow. But it should be a great event. And like Pam says, we don't need everybody to be a sponsor. We need a lot of people to be there and enjoy the day. And David said, open your pocketbook. And we're really looking to do what we can for Make-A-Wish, and they're going to appreciate everything we bring them. So we're not looking to set a goal on this one where it's the first one, like Pam says. We just want to bring the community together again to support a great foundation and give them what we can.
I love that there's no fundraising goal. That
that
this event is just going to happen.
Yes.
We're going to see what it does. Just try to build from there.
Right.
Yeah.
It's first one, so you got to set it, but at the same time, I got to stop banging. My wife says I talk with my hands. I got to stop doing that. None of you can see it, but I do. No, and again, it's hard when it's your first one because you don't know. Like Pam says, we're not trying to keep up with the past one, and we can't compare to that because we don't know what we're going to do. But let's run the first one, and then we'll have some goals that we can reach next year and such. But 100%. This year. First one, August 9th, save the date. Come on out and support Make-A-Wish.
Yeah. I just want to let you know how much we appreciate this. And it's going to be such a successful event. Weather's going to be great. I've seen the forecast. It's going to be great August 9th. Right, Pam?
Perfect. It's going to be perfect. 75 and sunny.
Pam's our meteorologist. So
Alex. Alex will let us know how the weather's going to be.
Yeah, certainly looking forward to an incredible event. Wishes in the Valley, August 9th at Lost Valley. Before we get into our little closing segment, I want to say, Mike, a couple of years ago when we last met on the air, you were the vice president of sales and marketing at Neokraft. I have recently learned, as recent as about an hour ago, that you're the owner of Neokraft now. Can you kind of tell me how that happened and how's it going?
It's going great. Thanks, Mike. Yeah. So when I left my previous business to go to Neokraft, it was part of the understanding that I'd have the availability to buy when he was looking to retire. And he decided to retire a year early and such, and had a partner lined up as well that's at Neokraft. So we were able to get together and make the purchase happen last January. It's a whole different world, really, going from sales to ownership. But I'm really enjoying it. We have a great crew over there. We've been staying quite busy throughout New England, really. So it's been great. So I couldn't ask for better.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Dave, how are things going at Pat's, home of Lewiston Auburn's best Greek pizza? I will say, I'm a big fan of the Greek pizza.
Man, that's lofty goal. It's great. It's good. Yeah, we're good. We're hoping for summer, get the deck open.
Oh my goodness, isn't that going to be great?
We're doing great.
Spot.
Rocking and rolling.
Agreed.
Locally owned and locally focused, Lydia Media celebrates the heart of the greater Lewiston Auburn area through 2 magazines, Uncle Andy's Digest and LA Metro Magazine, and the new Lydia's Lunch Bunch podcast. Each production shines a positive light on local businesses, nonprofits, events, and individuals making a difference in our community. Keep your advertising dollars local and position your business in front of your target audience with Lydia Media. Learn more at lydiamediallc.com. Well, guys, we like to close the show with a stupid little segment called 3 Random Questions. You guys up for it?
I wasn't ready for this. Okay.
I think Dave's played before, right,
I've
Dave?
played. I'm good. So
Dave got a perfect score.
Oh, wow.
He was 3 for 3.
Yeah. Big shoes.
1A, 2A, and 2A.
Right, okay.
All right. So, Dave, since you played the
I'm a
game
pro.
before,
Yeah.
you're a pro, so
right.
we'll start with you.
All right.
Dave, what could you teach someone today with 100% certainty?
How to make a pizza.
There you go.
I could answer
That was
that.
a gift. What else you got? I promise I can help you learn how to make a pizza. How hard could it be? They're round. I mean, come on. If I can do it, anybody can. It's 100% positive I can teach you how to make a pizza today. Maybe even a Greek one.
I have a follow-up question. Outside of how to make a pizza, what could you teach someone with 100% certainty?
Now you've challenged me a little bit. What can I teach you? 100% certainty. How to make an Italian sandwich. Salad,
You know what?
spaghetti.
I'm hearing from the judges, and they'll take it.
All right,
They'll take it.
right on. Lasagna. What else you want? Shepherd's pie.
Lasagna?
Ooh, yeah, I can. Yeah,
The tropical chicken salad.
I can teach you that in a couple of months, but it's coming.
All right, Mike, you've had some time to think. Same question for you.
Many, many things, Mark.
The list.
But yeah, it
None
just
of which
goes
we can
on.
tell on the podcast.
Just like Dave, once he got rolling, there was no stopping him.
So I'll step back to my previous employment and such. I'm a fairly decent welder, so I think I could probably teach
Yeah.
people
All right.
different processes of welding and feel confident about it.
All right. Love it. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
If you could cancel any holiday, which one would you choose? You can go first.
If I could cancel any holiday, this is dangerous. I mean, honestly, and my friends out there know for a fact, I'm a candy fiend, so I would get rid of Easter. 'Cause
Oh.
my wife can't even buy any Easter candy anymore. It's gone beforehand. So I like Halloween
for
too
that.
much because the
gonna
kids
say.
bring me candy.
Yeah.
So, but it's candy in the house. It'd probably be Easter, and not due to the religious part of it, because I was born that way, but it would be due to the candy.
Just the candy.
Just the candy.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Dave?
Halloween for sure. Without a
Cancel
doubt.
Halloween?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I
Yeah.
can't stand it. I hate it. And my wife can attest to this. She loves Halloween.
Why do you hate it?
I sometimes I feel like adults dressing up as Superman or Batman, and going around.
What about adults dressing as nurses? Or
Well, it depends on what kind of nurse.
And it depends on
You
the
know, when I'm
adult.
trying to save Mike from the candy, really, I'm trying to help my friend.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what I'm here
Dentists
for you.
love you too.
I'm
The
here
dentist,
for you.
dentist
Yeah.
gonna use you as a.
Yeah.
Always thinking of others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave, when's the last time you dressed up for Halloween?
Oh man. Actually, I had to go do a thing.
the whole thing?
Yeah, well,
What's the whole
Christine dragged me down to Portland. We had a friend playing in a band. I was Lenny.
Lenny and Squeaky Lenny?
Yeah, I was Lenny.
Oh.
So I just had to wear a red, nylon jacket. So I was off the hook. It was pretty easy. Put on a hat backwards and I went. So that was probably 15 years ago.
Oh wow.
So,
All right.
and then before that, I'd have been 10. And mad. And mad.
And
Probably-
mad.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably just a sheet. But I did have a big pillowcase because we had a great neighborhood, and I could
Yeah.
fill that thing a couple of times. Yeah,
Share your candy.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
Mike.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Oh, tradesies.
I still have some.
It's probably still good.
It's probably still good.
I've never had the luxury of saying that. No.
Baby Ruth. There's nothing wrong with it. They don't go bad.
Oh no, I know. Mine just don't last.
I understand.
Although if you give me a Mounds or one of those, you guys can have them. They'll sit
Not
there
a
till they die.
coconut?
No,
Yeah.
no
Oh,
coconut.
coconuts.
I love
nasty.
coconut.
on.
I love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
really?
love
I
coconut.
don't know.
too.
See, I will eat it.
Yeah.
I can't. But,
Don't get me wrong. I like a pina colada, but I don't like
but I like rum better.
chewing on coconut for a half hour.
I love coconut. Anything coconut.
All right, Pam, you're up.
What do you
All
got, Pam?
right. Dave, I know you use emojis in your text messages a lot.
I do.
What is your most commonly used emoji?
Peace sign.
Yep, true. Yep, I see that quite a bit from you.
Peace sign. Pizza emoji. I do use a pizza quite a bit.
Pizza emoji.
The little pizza heart. Peace sign and a heart, by far, are probably the most.
Pizza, peace, and heart.
Nice.
Are they always like at the end?
Pizza, love, and happiness.
There you go. I can see that.
Yeah, there's very rarely is there only one emoji.
No, I never go with one because that's not enough. You know?
They need friends.
It's like you can't have one piece of chocolate. You got two.
Oh, at least.
You know,
At
but
least.
I always go peace sign, a heart, and blowing a kiss. Those are probably my most.
Glad
Wow,
I
we're
haven't seen that one
continue
yet.
to add on.
I had to
Mike, you haven't gotten the blowing
delete
a
that
kiss
one, and I threw pizza at you on that one. I'm like, oh wait, that's Mike.
You get pizza.
I like him. I don't like him.
It's all right, yeah.
Pizza, not kisses.
And I use the golf one once in
Yeah,
a while. I
yeah.
use that. But, yeah, easy, happy ones.
Mike.
So my problem is I'm that guy that likes dad jokes. So I use the laughing emoji the most because I'm laughing at my own comments that I send
When you
out to
say
my
something
friends.
funny
Yeah.
and you enter
Is
the
it
laughing.
Yeah.
the cry laugh?
It's the cry laugh.
Yeah, that's the one I use the most too.
Yeah.
For sure.
And the
Probably
other
for the same reason.
The other one's the thinking guy with his finger there because I'll put that before the laughing one or the crying laugh to say, think about it for a second, you'll get it. But I'd say those are my two for sure.
All right. Good stuff, guys. That was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. You both passed. You both can grab a Lydia's Lunch Bunch sticker if you'd like. That's neither one of them has reached across the table.
Well, we didn't want to bounce the table because it does
I
make
know,
a
right?
noise. You know?
Keep doing that.
Keep hitting
I didn't
the
know I had
table.
a set of drums here.
Like a
while I was
bomb.
there.
Well, it's,
I know it
it's
is really.
texting.
You know what?
Like, don't do that. And he's sending me emojis right now.
I'm gonna take all the noises out in post production, and people gonna have no idea what you're talking about.
That'd be great.
I mean, this is where we edited the tape. Look how good these guys are.
Did Mark hit record? Yeah, he did. He did, but he's going to delete a couple things.
But the episode's only 3 minutes long.
It turns out. We were there for 45 minutes.
That's like the joke if they showed Blazing Saddles these days, right? It'd be the beginning and the end.
Yes.
You wouldn't see any of the movie.
Yeah. Oh my God, what a great film.
What a great film.
Oh my goodness.
That would be in my top 10, just so you know.
Yeah.
3A.
What about Young Frankenstein?
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Gene
Blues
Wilder,
Brothers.
he was
Yeah.
great.
Come on.
All of those
Oh,
people.
Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blues Brothers.
Brothers.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Mike and Dave, thanks so much for your time today, and thank you for all the great work you are doing in this community. And we hope to have you back in a couple months here. We'll get an update on the Wishes in the Valley, and we'll have some more fun.
Had I known it was this fun, I'd have shown up last month. No, I'm kidding.
Well, you were supposed to show up when Jesse was
I
here. I was like,
Yeah,
I wonder if they're really going to
We
show
did.
up.
I texted him. I'm like, I don't know.
St. Patty's morning, I had to work that day. I thought it was a bad idea to start in the morning.
I think it would
know-
have been a great idea.
You know, Jesse
just couldn't
came
get
in with
A bottle,
Of
I'm sure.
course,
I knew
yeah.
that. I knew that. So that's why I said I probably shouldn't. I did catch up with them later in the day, though, just to say, hey, good show.
You look good on the radio this morning. You look good.
maybe Larry can show up for the next one.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have a big party in
He
here.
said he forgot, even
That'll
though
be
I
fun.
sent a reminder text last week.
It was just too early for that, baby.
Too early.
It's all right. We'll forgive him.
Thanks to our sponsors for today, Ruper's Beverage and Redemption and United Piping. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.
Have a great day. And remember, don't bite your cat.